Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Nick Tan Chats, my magic and mostly mentalism review show. My name is Nick Tan, and on today's episode, I'll be chatting with you guys about The Fox 2.0 by Luca Volpe and Alan Wong. So hi again guys, welcome back to the channel, and as always, thanks for showing up, thanks for tuning in, and thanks for spending some time with me today. So today is actually quite a special episode, for me especially, alright, because today is the 100th episode of Nick Tan Chats on YouTube. And you know, it's really crazy to just think that I've actually done like 100 episodes of this show right here, you know, because this really just started off as like a fun little project, you know, during lockdown. I uploaded, I think, the first episode of Nick Tan Chats sometime in June or July of 2020. And back then, I never thought that, you know, I would still be doing this, like, you know, even until today, you know, in 2023. And you know, I'm really thankful for all the support thus far. You know, the channel has grown, right, quite a bit, and it really is because of all of your support. Alright, because you know, without you guys watching my videos, without you guys you know, supporting, you know, the channel, there really won't be any kind of motivation to kind of continue and, you know, keep this channel going, right? So a big thank you to all of you out there, you know, all my subscribers. Thank you for watching my videos, thank you for your comments, your emails, and yeah, thank you for just tuning in episode after episode. Also, because it is kind of relevant at this point in time of recording, all right, I just finished my lecture at My Invention X 2023. So for those of you who tuned in, you know, for those of you who attended my lecture, thank you as well, all right, for all your views, your comments, your questions and your suggestions as well. Some of you actually still, you know, contacted me after the lecture to continue, like, you know, discussing the material and, you know, asking questions. So I haven't gotten back to all of you yet, all right, but I promise I will have a look at all your questions and get back to you as soon as I can. So on today's episode, we'll be chatting about The Fox 2.0, all right, by Luca Volpe and Alan Wong. Okay, now in full disclosure, all right, this set, all right, has been sent to me. All right, it's a review copy because, you know, Luca and Alan are friends of mine. You know, I've met Alan, you know, quite a number of times actually over the years, you know, at you know, magic conventions around Asia. And Luca, you know, he has been just a really great online friend, right? Because I haven't had the opportunity to meet him in person yet, you know, but I've, you know, known him since, I don't know, 2011, 2012, you know, all the way back then, you know, over emails and online, right? So he's been really supportive, you know, really generous as well with his time with me. And so, yeah, that's one of the reasons why they've, you know, sent this little package to me, you know, to chat about on the show as well. Not only that, all right, it's also because Luca and Alan know that I actually use the Fox in my own work, all right? So I do have a show that I perform just with the Fox alone, all right? Not this one yet, all right, because this one just came not too long ago in the mail, but the original Fox, all right? And I'll chat a little bit about the differences as well between the original version and also the 2.0 version. So what is the Fox? All right, so the Fox is actually a kind of a folio, all right, a folio of sorts that has a couple of mentalism-based features that are built in. There is an incredible switch function, all right, you have a peak function as well. There's also an indexing system that you can use if you so wish. So the Fox was designed as a really compact and a really practical way of keeping a whole mentalism show, you know, in just one little space. The original Fox actually was released sometime in 2018, all right? And ever since then, you know, I've fallen in love with it. You know, I've been using it really quite extensively, you know, during the 2018-2019 period, right? Almost at every single show that I did, I was literally just using this show. I liked it so much, you know, I even contributed a video, right? It's like a 15-minute tutorial video as well, which I understand now currently forms part of the tutorial video teaching package, right? That is included along with the Fox. So, you know, all biasness aside, all right, even though Luca and Alan are friends of mine, I really do use the Fox, all right, in my show. So it's a really practical tool, you know, that I have in my case, and it's really comforting, you know, I think to know that I have a full 30-minute show ready to go anytime in just like a small space. So before I talk about what you get inside the package, all right, inside the box, all right, I'll tell you a little bit about the tutorial video. So the tutorial video will be, given to you in the form of a link, and on that tutorial video, you will have Luca, all right, Luca himself telling you exactly everything you need to know about the Fox and how to use the Fox and how to perform with it. The bulk of the video is actually the original tutorial video, all right, that came with the original Fox. But there is like a short section in the front where Luca goes over a new routine that is included with 2.0 called Unlock Your Dreams. So on top of the tutorial video, the teaching, all right, you also will have this booklet, okay, the Fox 2.0 booklet. This is actually also the original booklet that came with the original Fox as well. So inside this booklet, all right, there will be a whole act, all right, that will be described to you. The whole act is actually made up of 5 routines, okay, and everything that you need to perform the routines are actually included inside the box itself. So this booklet will describe to you exactly how to perform that show, all right, with the Fox. It opens with a really quick kind of prediction routine. There's a psychometry routine as well. There's a pin number reveal, okay, a double mind reading routine, which is kind of like name and place kind of a routine. And the show closes with a social media prediction as well, which plays absolutely huge. So, I mean, the box looks like this, okay, really nice, classy looking packaging. It's a kind of magnet locking kind of a lid, and inside you will have obviously the velvet bag which houses the Fox itself. I will show you the Fox itself in just a little while. You will then receive a small packet of this mind-to-mind communication test cards. You will also have a blindfold that is included with that. You will also get some Tyvek envelopes. Okay, I will go into detail about what these are in just a short while, but for now this is just kind of like an overview, all right, about what's inside. There are some symbol cards as well, some ESP cards, some color cards, all right, color test cards. There are some, these are the cards that are used for the opening routine. There is a pendulum test card as well that you can use. There are also included a set of the I believe it's called the in and out cards, all right, Luca's in and out cards, and actually this, along with the mind-to-mind communication test cards, Luca does provide you the soft copy versions, right, the images, so that you can kind of customize the cards with your own details, all right, so that you can use, cards that have your name and, your email address and stuff like that. You will also get some imp material, all right, which I won't show on screen right now. And also there is this new prop that is included. Okay, so it's a strange looking prop. It's kind of like a leather, kind of a flap thing, all right, with a little pocket there. And there's a slot there as well for a lock, all right? I'll talk about this in just a while. So along with all this stuff, okay, that is already packed into the box, there is another box inside the box, and this one actually contains even more stuff, okay? I'll show you what they contain. They contain a set of keys, okay, along with a lock, okay? So this will be used in conjunction with this little locking thing over here, this flap. And of course, there is also included, okay, with your package, a pendulum. Okay, so there we go, a black crystal pendulum. And yeah, that's all the stuff that you will get with Fox 2.0. So as you can tell, right, the whole table is just literally just covered with props at this point in time, and all of this fits inside this little box over here. So I'm going to tell you guys really briefly about what all the stuff are and what you can do with them as well. There is a pendulum test card, which is it's nice to have been included. So with this card alone, you could have the spectator hold the pendulum over this card, and because of how the arrows are, and there's a circle there as well, you can kind of get them to cause the pendulum to swing forwards and backwards, side to side, or in circles as well. Then we also have the Tyvek envelopes. Okay, so I'll just open this up. This set also came with the original Fox as well, I believe. You get one regular envelope, okay, one regular one. They're made of Tyvek. Okay, so they're really nice, really strong envelopes, and they can be used with the opening routine. So you get one regular envelope, and also you get a multiple out envelope, okay, the design of which I won't be showing here, all right, but well, if you know what it is, you know what it is. So the blindfold, it's just a blindfold, all right? Nice that they included this because it can be used to perform one of the routines that are inside the act itself. Then we come to the sets of cards, all right, that are included. So there are a total of 4 sets of these cards. This one is a set of 3 cards, all right? So there's a symbol of like a fire kind of a thing, you know, a butterfly and also a key. It's actually the opening routine for the act, all right? Let's call it the Fox Act, okay? So this set of cards was actually included as part of the original Fox as well, along with this set of cards, okay? So this set is actually a set of 5 colored cards. The backs are, of course, you know, special, all right? And they can be used in conjunction with the in and out cards, okay, to perform the pin number reveal routine that is inside the book. So speaking of the in and out cards, all right, and I mentioned that Luca actually provides you with the images that you can use to create your own cards. Okay, the in and out cards. I actually did just that. Okay, so I created like a whole bunch of them, you know, and I just stick a few of them in my performance case because I find them to be a really convenient way of performing a particular technique. Okay, so anytime I need like an emergency routine, I know I have one ready to go using just one piece of card like that. All right, really quickly, then there are some new cards, okay, that are included with the Fox 2.0, okay? The back design for this set of cards is the same, all right? But there are 5 symbols this time, okay? So there's like a sun, okay? There's a heart, a house, a flower, and a moon, okay? So if you don't wish to use the colored cards, you could use just symbols, you know, have the spectator mix up the cards, they can choose a symbol, and then, you know, you can tell them what the symbol is. You could just use this as one phase of a bigger mind reading routine, kind of like a warm-up, you know, of sorts, or you could also use it as you know, a way of doing like a drawing duplication of some kind perhaps. And then of course another set of cards that is included is and of course, the last and final set are a set of ESP cards. Okay, so all of us are familiar with these 5 symbols, all right, with a circle, a star, the cross, the square, and the wavy lines. Okay, so again, this is another set of cards. The back designs also work the same way as per the original colored cards. And you know, again, you have a choice of like ESP cards, you know, or symbols or colors, you know, just to use them to perform a really simple mind reading routine, all right, with a spectator as a build-up to kind of more involved and bigger routines. As I mentioned earlier, you will receive also a stack of this mind-to-mind communication test cards. Okay, and again, the images are given to you, all right, so you can produce your own. And again, I have done exactly that. Okay, so I have actually placed my details on this one, all right, my name and stuff like that, as opposed to just using this generic card over here. So whenever I use the Fox, these are the cards, you know, that I use along with it. So as I mentioned earlier, you'll be receiving props to perform the new routine that is included with the Fox 2.0. Okay, so this is called Unlock Your Dream, I believe, and it involves this leather kind of a holder, I suppose. Okay, and the leather holder actually has a pocket in the front over here, or rather inside the folder, or the holder, the wallet. I don't know what you call this. So what happens is you have the spectator think of a dream that they have, you know, or something they wish to accomplish in their life, okay? And they write it down on one of these cards. They write it down, you don't look at it obviously, and then it is slid into this pocket over here, all right? So it goes inside there, sight unseen. From there, through there's a hole over here, all right? And you lock their dream with the lock that is included, okay, just like that. Okay, so it's quite symbolic, I think. You know, their dream is actually like locked inside this kind of a leather kind of a pouch. You know, you show them that a whole bunch of keys. From there, you know, you go into a kind of elimination process, okay, which Luca will teach you, and the spectator finds the key that will unlock the lock, and I have no idea which one it is at this point in time, so nope. Doesn't work. So once the spectator has kind of found the key that unlocks the lock, the lock is removed. Before you give them the card, all right, from here you are able to kind of do a quick reading, all right, and do a reveal of whatever their dream is that is inside the leather folder. So let's get down to the unit itself, all right, the Fox 2.0 itself. Now, in the original version, all right, which I have over here, now mine is really worn out. Okay, it's really worn out because I have really used it quite a lot, all right, in the past, and it's really showing a lot of signs of wear and tear, which is why I was really glad, that this version came out. Okay, so let's show it to you right now. So this is the Fox 2.0. Okay, now the biggest difference that you will discover, all right, if you have the original version, well, they're both exactly the same size, all right, they function exactly the same way. However, this is the old one, all right, and this is 2.0. Now, the material that is used for 2.0 is much better. Okay, it's really of higher quality, all right, it really feels like real leather at this point in time. The original version, well, I suppose it is leather, but I guess it wasn't as like robust or something like that. I remember I posted in the Fox group, right, on Facebook, that my set, it was like tearing, at certain parts, all right, and I was just so upset about that at that point in time. But it really seemed like I was the only one who was having that problem, so I don't know. It might be the weather here in Singapore is just really humid, or it might be that I was just using it like so much, all right, and yeah, it's just wear and tear, I suppose. But with the new version, all right, 2.0, the material is much better, all right. You can immediately tell it's a lot tougher as well, and the places where the original one started to give way, I don't think it will, all right, which are basically, the joints, all right, where the leather folds and stuff like that. That is what the inside of the Fox looks like. Okay, I haven't set it up yet, okay, completely to do the show that I normally do, but these are just, the basic stuff that I will normally keep in there. Now, because this is a publicly accessible platform, I won't be showing you exactly how, the folio works as well, okay? But if you're interested to see exactly how it works, all right, I urge you to join the Luca Volpe Mentalism Productions Facebook group, okay? Because on there, do a search for the Fox, and you will find like an hour-long video, where Luca, along with Alan, they will go through exactly, how the folio works. They will kind of reveal to you, basically, right, everything, all right, all the secret openings and stuff like that, exactly how it works. Okay, so if you really want to find out how the folio works, do head on to the Facebook group, all right, and you can watch the video and check out the exact workings of the Fox. But now I'd like to just briefly go through some of the features, all right, the functions that you can do with the Fox. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is the indexing system. Okay, so you can have an index. In fact, I'll just open it up here to the index compartment. So there's quite a bit of space in there, right, to have billets of any kind, playing cards as well, so you can index, okay, effectively, and organize quite a number of outs, okay, depending on the kind of routine that you do and depending on what you use for the outs, right? If your billets are smaller, you can keep more, okay, bits of paper, you can keep more. If you're going to be holding like 6 folded playing cards, it's not going to be a problem at all. Next, the switch function, okay, which I absolutely love. Because with just one move, I can achieve so much, okay, because there's a slot over here where I keep money, all right, there's a bill that I borrow from a spectator and, it's slotted inside here. Then there are numbers written down by the spectators, different members of the audience. And then with one move, okay, you reopen everything, the spectator can do the addition over here, and well, the total matches the serial number, that kind of a thing, okay, and it's all done with just one move. So it's a really convenient way, of performing this sort of a routine, right? Because in traditional methods, you do need to handle like 2 parts, right? There's the bill to be considered, all right, and then there's the add a number method as well that needs to be considered. So in this case, you know, everything is just self-contained. The folio does everything for you in just one move. So I'm now going to talk about the peek function of the Fox. Okay, so I'm going to place cards inside the Fox. Okay, so there are a total of 2 slots up here that you can insert cards into. That's one over there. I hope you can see that. Okay, that's the top one over there. The second one over here. Okay, so there are like 2 slots over there. And then from here, with just one move, as you remove something else, you have access to those immediately. Okay, so this is, well, it is a method where you have to reopen the wallet or the folio, all right? But, well, they are there for you to use. There is a third peek area, okay? Now, these 2 pockets over here, all right, the first 2 over here, you have 100%, I mean, close to 100% peek, okay, of the billets. There is a third one over here in this little pocket here, okay? Now, I'm putting an envelope there at this point in time, but if you have a spectator write something on another business card, and if you insert it in this way, like that, okay, sticking out this way, so now you have got 1, 2, and 3 cards inside the folio like this. With one move like that, you have access to all 3 pieces of information, okay? Now, well, I have actually kind of, let's say, doctored this envelope here somewhat, okay, so that I can get a peek, all right, but it adds a bit of a layer, okay? I hope you know what I mean, all right? This is not included in the instructions, okay? So if you do use this idea, you saw it here, all right? So again, this one goes in just like that, okay? So you have 1 here, and 1 in here, 1 here, 1 here, total of 3 cards. With one move, you have everything. Obviously, with this one over here, there's going to be some limitation, all right, as to where you get the spectator to write the stuff down, all right? But again, depending on your routine, it is there for you to use if you wish. One thing that I think is important to let you guys know is that the Fox might not work with your business cards, okay? Because the size has to be the size of this card over here, okay? Now, this, I believe, is like 5.1 centimeters along the short edge, and the long edge is like, I think, 8.3 centimeters. Okay, apparently it's kind of like a standard business card size for like in the UK. I'm not sure, you know, but they will only take this size cards. Okay, so if your business cards are larger than this, they won't fit into the peek areas here. Okay, so it has to be with this set of cards. But yeah, you know, that's all the stuff that you get with the Fox 2.0. I mean, these kinds of cards, you know, they just fit inside just like this, you know, and with just one little space like that, all right, you can perform a full show. And that's not an exaggeration, okay, you really can. I also keep my set of envelopes that I use for the envelope test that I do inside the folio as well, okay, so I mean, all the stuff fits in here. It organizes my props for me. My pockets are empty, my pockets are free. And it also handles the switch function as well at the end for the finale of my show. So that's it, you know, that is the Fox 2.0, okay? I mean, for a professional performer, you know, I think this is really, really great. You know, I mean, I use it myself, okay? So I do know how convenient and how effective it is, all right? And there were times, you know, during the like 2018, 2019 period, when I would just bring this, you know, along with like a table, all right? And I just go on stage with this and a pad of paper and a marker, of course, and I could already, you know, just pull off a half an hour show, all right, for you know, a large audience, you know, even for like a couple of hundred people. So it was just really, really exciting for me at that time to know that, you know, just one small thing like that, I was ready to perform. A point I would like to make, you know, about the prop, as good as it is, you know, as amazing as it is, once you start using it, you'll be surprised how little actually you get to touch the prop during the show. It literally just sits on the table, and then, you know, you're out there performing to the audience, right? And then you're just there to like take stuff out, and it goes onto the table again, you know, and then, you know, you're doing your stuff, you come back in, you just place this in there, and you continue doing your stuff. You take out some other envelopes maybe, and you perform an envelope routine. So the prop actually is in play for really very little time. Okay, and when you first start using it, you're gonna feel a little bit strange, because when you first get the prop, obviously all of us are like, really so excited about, using it and stuff. And then when you actually start using it, you then realize how little you use it. One little point as well, if you do decide to get the Fox for yourself, I really recommend you come up with a show, a full show that you can use and pack inside the Fox. Okay, because if you don't have a full show that you can pack inside here, okay, then you are kind of, I'm not sure what's the term, underutilizing it, or you're not using it effectively, I think. Because if you're just using it for, let's say if you're just using it for the peak, and if you take out, two business cards, people write stuff down, you place them in, and then you just use it for the peak, and then you don't use it for the rest of the show, then it starts to look a little bit weird, right? Or if you're doing a routine where you require the index and this suddenly just comes in, you do your index routine and then you keep it aside in your case or something like that. So that doesn't make sense to me at all. Okay, so it's really a case of choosing the right prop, okay, for your needs. Okay, if you can come up with a show that effectively combines all the features, okay, of the Fox, and it keeps other props as well that you use for the show, so you're always coming back to this, then this is motivated, right? You have a motivation for actually using this. If you're just going to be using it to switch, I don't know, this little thing over here, then there's no need to use this, right? There are other methods out there that would pack much smaller, I think, and would do the job even better, perhaps, right? But so yeah, I think if you can come up with a show that incorporates as many of the features as possible of the Fox, and it is seen to be a part of the show, right? Then it becomes a natural looking prop that would make sense within the course of your performance. So once again, I would like to thank Luca Volpe and Alan Wong, for really generously sending this to me, all right, so that I can chat about it on this show, and I can also, use it in my own show as well, all right, because you guys know that I will be using this, okay, and yeah, I'm really happy to get the Fox 2.0, and I really can't wait to get out there and use it again on stage. So that's all for today's episode, guys. Do stay safe, take care of yourselves, have fun with your magic and your mentalism, and I will see you guys on a future episode of Nique Chats.